Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Mano 777, and we're back inside of Destiny here with your weekly reset video for Tuesday, November 29th, 2016. We're going to be covering all the endgame content that you can do in Destiny this week, so let's get started. First of all, with the Nightfall. I am here in the Nightfall on the moon. We are going to be featuring the Abomination Heist this week. The modifiers this week are Berserk, where minions of the darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Specialist, where special weapon damage is favored. Juggler, where no ammo drops for your equipped weapon are available. And then Chaff, where player radar is disabled. There is a cheese spot for this area, and I'm going to be doing the Nightfall solo here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. But with that, let's actually go out to orbit and see what else there is to do this week in Destiny. Alright, this week for the Wrath of the Machine raid, we're going to be featuring the Vosik challenge mode. That is going to require that you pick up the 2 balls at the end of each damage phase of Vosik and actually use those balls, those Siva charges, to close the doors that are activated to complete the challenge mode. The challenge mode is a little bit difficult because you have to really time out the balls and make sure that people go to the right clean rooms in those areas. But that's essentially how you clear the Vosik challenge mode this week, and you'll get an extra loot chest for that, as well as a exotic for completing that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're out in the directory, and we're going to check and see what else there is to do this week. For the weekly Crucible, we have Combined Arms, where all-out team warfare with vehicles destroy the enemy is the mode with Combined Arms. Next up, we have 3v3 Freelance mode. That is solo queue only, a mix of skirmish, salvage, and elimination. So that's kind of interesting for those people who maybe want a solo queue. For those solo players, that might be something nice to you that you want to do. Otherwise, if you wanted to be doing the Combined Arms, that is a nice mode for you this week. The daily competitive multiplayer is Rift. Today's daily heroic story is Hunt and Kill Draxus, the House of Winter's Kill, hiding deep in the caves of the Ishtar Sink. The Siva Crisis heroic playlist is going to feature the following modifiers: Arcburn, Chaff, and Catapult. So because Arcburn is on and Catapult is on, you definitely want to be able to use the grenades in the abilities of your different characters. Again, that'll net you a Radiant treasure package as well as legendary marks. And then we've already covered the Nightfall for this week. Say, for example, if you want to go and do the Challenge of the Elders mode, we have the following modifiers: Brawler, Grenade Kill Bonus, and Small Arms. This is actually a pretty good week if you want to get your hands on some Challenge of the Elders and House Judgment experience there. It's a very good week for that because Grenade Kill Bonuses and Small Arms work very, very well together. It's very easy for people to go ahead and kill lots of people going on there. The bosses for the Challenge of the Elders this week are going to feature Round 1, Pilot Servitor with the add-ons of Fallen. Round 2, Psylocke the Defiled with add-ons of Hive. And Round 3, Val Arun with the add-ons of Cabal. Again, that will get you House Judgment experience. You can always go and get a Sterling Treasure package from the level 41 Prison of Elders. Let's go out to the tower and see what the Crucible bounty is for us this week. Alright guys, we're here in the tower. We're going to be covering the weekly Crucible bounty for us this week. Let's go over to Lord Shax and see what he has for us in store this week. So, the weekly Crucible bounty for us this week is Control. Exercise your skills in the Control match type. You'll need to some people have been asking what beeline is. That's essentially you need to capture point B the first time when you're in a match. So everything else is pretty self-explanatory, but that is what beeline is. Let's go over to the Iron Temple and see what is going on over there. Alright Guardians, we are here at Felwinter Peak. We're going to first start off with the Artifact Reset here by Tyra Karn. Let's see what she has for us this week. First of all, we've got the Memory of Felwinter, where you lose your super but gain 1 extra grenade and melee charge and small boosts to all stats. Orbs gain and grant melee and grenade energy, discipline of 162 and strength of 161. Again, this is going to be stacked towards discipline and strength. And a lot of people say that this is a tier 13 or tier 14 artifact, but it really isn't, because you'll lose your super. So the point of you being tier 14 or 13 or whatever really doesn't make any sense. You're only really going to be tier 10 since you're using that. But being able to gain additional grenades and melees is very cool. This is something to think about, especially for Night Stalker builds. This is really good this week if you want to pick that up. Next up, we have Memory of Tamir. Melee attacks on minor minions of the darkness have the chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. The strength roll is 99, which is absolutely terrible this week. It only has a strength roll of 99, which is low on its own by itself. So I definitely say skip Memory of Tamir this week. Memory of Perun, where enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. This is a nice artifact, but it's not a very good roll this week. Discipline of 108. Really, the only artifact I could recommend is the Memory of Felwinter. And again, this is already going to be sacked anyway. So hold on to those tokens that you get from Tyra Karn. I would say wait a little bit longer, and unless if there's one of those artifacts you just have to have, get it, but then be willing to replace it later on. We're going to go over to Shiro 4 and check out the Vanguard Scout bounties. The first one we have is complete patrols in the Plaguelands. Stay down, defeat Fallen, very easy to do this week. Archon's Forge Shanks completes Shank encounters in the Archon's Forge, as well as the completing Vandal encounters in the Archon's Forge. So guys, that is everything that you need to know for Destiny for November 29th, 2016. Thanks for watching so much. I really appreciate it. We're nearing 6,000 subscribers, which is huge for the channel. Never thought it would be like that. Also, guys, in the prior description, actually, I just went flawless using a drum set, so you should definitely go check that out if you have not gotten a chance to see that. I'm going to put a link in the description box. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time in the universe of Destiny.